Forest River made some big mistakes at the factory on their brand new RV, and now they're living in a hotel.
We're furious. Absolutely furious.
Welcome to the channel. I'm Liz. I get people the help they need when they're stuck in an RV nightmare. That help has included factory repairs, cash settlements, extended warranties, and more. To date, I have gotten over $2 million refunded to customers, and this is all due to the power of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing, pushing back on these manufacturers so that they help their customers. Today, LeBron shares how he and his wife Yolanda are living in a hotel on their dime due to the fact that they bought a brand new RV that was not built correctly.
This is our fourth RV. My wife and I, Yolanda, we sold our house and we thought it'd be nice to be able to travel, see out west. I've always wanted to go out there. The reason I bought a Forest River is I like the way that they don't use very complicated systems with the slides and the tank controls. They don't put all this electronic touch pads. I like that. I work on things for a living. I don't want to have to work on my house. We looked at many, but this one struck my wife's eye. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, plenty of room for grandkids and that sort of thing. We went and picked it up, drove about 40 miles back to our camp spot where we are stationary at the moment. The first thing we ever noticed was a tear in the love seat. Screws backing out of the subfloor poking up through the vinyl. The island's kind of shaky. Things that could be taken care of. Then we started noticing bigger things. Both of the bed slides, we've had water come into the wood in the floor and it's already swelled up, and we hadn't had it 3 or 4 months. I got up there and looked at it. Normally they seal the corner up and then they put like the Eternabond tape to finish sealing it. In that corner where the trim pieces come together, they didn't seal that. It just isn't there. And that's on both of my bedroom slides. Then we noticed just some manufacturing mishap. Behind the stove, they put that white stick-on subway tile. Apparently they didn't expect you to use the oven because now all that come loose and needs to be redone. It looks like a ocean wave. The refrigerator, it's a DC. When it shuts down from its cooling cycle, it shakes the whole trailer and it sounds like somebody's beating on the front door. The floor around the island is sinking. If you look at the island, when you're walking across that floor, the island flexes. I'm thinking to myself, I know these trailers are built on frames. It's almost like they missed a cross brace. It's just structurally not there in the frame. Another thing that we found was I was installing a battery backup. I put my batteries and inverter and all that behind the wall in the pass-through. So when I had that wall out, I noticed a puddle of water. I thought, brand new RV, where's this water coming from? It was dripping from the shower drain. So when I take all that apart, I find that the gel coat on the shower inside is cracked. The bottom of the shower, normally they make that thicker to support the drain. It was cracked. This trim is coming down on this wall that separates the rear bedroom and the rear bath. It runs the whole width of the RV. But I get up there and got to looking, and just so happens my wife come in the back door, and when she opened that back door, I could see light between the ceiling and that back wall. So the ceiling and the wall has separated. If they missed these points, what else is there that I haven't found yet? We've approached our dealership with these problems. They scheduled a time. I took it to them. I was in a hotel room for a week then, and they kept it 4 days before they ever even touched it. After about 2 days of working on it, they replaced a piece of trim on one of the slides, and my front cap had started sagging where the screws had popped out. They repaired that. Then they called me and said, we're getting in touch with the factory that we're going to have to send this back to them. This is beyond our capability here. We contacted Forest River. They were good about responding. And I said, if I've traveled less than 1,500 miles in this RV and we're noticing these problems now, what is it going to be like in 4 or 5 years? Normally, you wouldn't expect walls and ceilings to separate, be able to see light through a gap in the wall that runs widthwise. You wouldn't expect to see water coming in on the bottoms of your slides where they just missed it.
After watching this channel, you may be hesitant to buy an RV. And I understand completely. Fortunately, for every RV nightmare, there are so many others out there living and loving RV life. The key is knowing which RV to buy. I polled my audience of over 200,000 people to find out which RVs to buy and which RVs to run away from. I also looked at all the RV nightmares on this channel and in my email inbox. I noticed patterns and put the results in my RV buyer's guide. You won't find another guide like this. It covers over 200 brands broken down by years and models. The buyer's guide is over 450 pages and comes in print and digital format. The print format is great for making notes, for taking it with you. The digital format is perfect for online research because it's clickable and searchable. And right now, the digital format is on sale for 25% off for a limited time only. Click the links below to learn more.
After we got the RV back and they're going to send it back to Forest River, I can just see them going in there and putting a couple of screws in that ceiling in the top of that wall and pulling it back together. Well, why did it come apart to begin with? In my opinion, it's just so shabbily put together, almost 9-10 months that we waited before we could get our RV picked up and taken back to Elkhart, Indiana, for the factory to do all these major repairs. We're furious. Absolutely furious. We get this brand new beautiful RV and immediately we find things that aren't right. If they had to work as hard as you did to get the money to buy that RV, they would be just as mad, I promise you. So now we're in a hotel. We're here for 6 weeks and that's coming out of our pocket, along with still paying for the RV. We're having to pay for our spot rent. All of this is because of the construction by Forest River. I had a 2012 Forest River. It was about 34 feet. I hate to say this, but it was more solid than the brand new one that I just bought. A lot of people that you talk to these days say the older RVs were built better. I'm in 100% agreement. It's just like they build them to be disposed of. Some things you don't notice when you're doing your walkthroughs, and it's distraction on our part because it's pretty, this is nice. You're not looking at the details. They say they have quality control, but they must have been on break. I just don't feel good about the construction. It's basically putting people's lives in danger, making products so shabbily. Me being an electrician, I have to pay attention to details. So I know what paying attention to detail means. I don't think none of that happened in this building. I didn't get an inspection on mine. I've never had any issues with that sort of thing. But you shouldn't have to get an inspection on a brand new RV. We put about 1,500 miles on this RV. My concern is what's going to happen if we're traveling down the road in 2 or 3 years with all these structural issues that are apparent now? What's going to keep my RV from just flying all over the highway? They picked us up on March 17th. They said it would be 30 to 45 days, which is 4 to 6 weeks. That's a long time to be without your house. We would very much want to buy back or like an exchange with some compensation for this month and a half, almost 2 months of hotel time.
A quick thank you to all of you who joined my new RV advocacy page on Facebook. If you haven't yet done so, go to Liz Amazing RV Consumer Advocate on Facebook and like the page. You'll get updates before I post them on YouTube, and I'll be posting things that will not make it on the channel. Now, if you want deeper access and want to support the work that I do have a Patreon page because your support allows me to do what I do. And I reached out to Forest River and I got no response, and this is typical for them. It typically takes, or often takes, the video to come out before they sit up and take notice and take action. So thank you for doing your magic and pushing this video out there. I will definitely keep you updated. What do you think Forest River should do? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.